So one thing I need to show you guys is that when I ran this wire, I ran the wire from this bottom of my carpet, you can see right here, ran it through this side, I popped this panel off, just like that. I tucked the wire in and I ran it from here all the way up. As you can see, I already pulled it out and then I just push it back in. Ran it all the way up through here, straight up, all the way up to connect to my camera, and then I pushed the excess wire up here. Just tucked it away under the headline and under here. You also don't need to pull it all the way out, just pop it up, pull up and out, and it should pop off like this. Here I'm gonna run my wire away. Basically, once I install this new dash cam, I'm going to run the wire in the same spot. Don't mind the mess, had a husky. I run the wire all the way in the back, and there it is. There's my old wire. But now I'm gonna install the new one. Again, this is the dash cam I'm using. I have no affiliation with them. I'm just putting it out there. It has front, interior, and exterior recording. It gives you the steps and what to do on the box. So this is what comes in the box. As you can see, instruction manual. The user's manual. Look at that if you want. There it is. Look how to set up and format your SD card. And yeah, I don't have a Type-C hardwire kit, so gonna need to order that. Comes with a warranty card. It's the dash cam. And look at that. They also give you a panel tool, so you know if you don't have one like I do, oh, here you go. I will be using that because it's a little smaller. Little 3M pad so you can stick it to your window. Oh, this is sick. Some little 3M stick, or it's not 3M, but little sticky so you can hide your wire. You know, you could tuck it in. You could have it follow through your window. I'm gonna use that for the windshield. Because you don't want to see wires, you want to tuck them away. And here we go. This is the port I'm about to connect right now and show you guys how I'm gonna run it. And here is the rear camera. Check that little thing out. Sick. Last but not least, they gave you a tool so you could pop a SD card in and or switch it out. It's pretty cool. Check this sucker out. Fabankaiba. And it has a USB port up top, so I'm not just sacrificing a cigarette port. And like I said, in the Gr Corolla Circuit Edition, you have a cigarette port right here, so this is where I'm going to connect this. I will show you guys how. The real quick tip is that this is my old dash cam, right? It came with those 3M stickies, but I put on my own. It's double-sided adhesive, and it came off pretty clean. The 3M is a little difficult to take off, but it also wasn't staying as long as I hoped it would. And then yeah, as you can see, that's where I have a little piece left. So make sure when you pry off, if you have an old dash cam on, just you know, you gotta pry and twist and pull down so you don't damage your windshield, or as I have this little shaded spot stuff right here. So all I do is use this tool. I'm gonna twist, pry, and pull all at the same time, just so that adhesive comes off cleanly. And yeah, pretty much it, guys. I'm gonna grab some Windex or something and just clean that off, and then I'm gonna stick my new adhesive there and stick the dash cam. You just pop that off. It's a little nut holding and securing it. Just loosen it up real quick, pop off this little panel, and now you can start tucking away your wire. As you can see, I ran the wire along the side of this weather stripping. And then the easiest part is when you start up here, to tuck it under the panel right here. Tuck it under that panel, push the wire in, pull it out, and then push it all the way through at the bottom right here, underneath the weather stripping. The hardest part is when you get to this side, because you gotta kind of pull it out, tuck the wire in, and re-push it back in there and reinsert it. But it gives it a clean look, and you can't even tell wire is running through there. And most of these wires, they're usually made pretty thick, so they could take it. So don't worry about crushing it, because I've done it before, and you know what, it works. But like I said, I'm gonna change this method eventually. Once I get that hard wiring kit, I'm gonna take this wire out again and reinstall this, and boom, no wire, no face, no case. So to my GR fam, let's make sure you push this back in, make sure this is clipped all the way, and there you go. Got a clean look. grab that bolt I was telling you about, just reinsert it in here. Now this should be tight again, and you're set. Alright, so one thing I gotta mention is right before you commit to adding this dash cam into your car, make sure you throw your car an accessory and actually test. Go outside, stand around your car, you know, make sure you like the view of your camera. So what I did to make sure that I actually liked how it looked, you can see the interior, exterior of my car, and I actually hooked up my accessory to make sure I get a good view of the camera. And now I'm gonna use those wire clips to make sure I get this wire tucked in the way right here. But yeah, I hooked up my accessories to make sure I like the view of it. And yeah, it's good. So there's a little bit of wire, but it's alright. I'll grab a little, kind of like how it looks like that. That's just my excuse, I'm saying, of exposed wire. But anyways, test the view, open the app, connect your phone, and yeah, make sure it looks good, and that's it. Now to hook up the back. So I got plenty of questions how I ran the back camera wire. So look, hooked it up to the dash, ran it through the front, ran it through this panel, but I ran it through the side over here, and ran it all along the top. And that's how I'm gonna run this from there all the way to the back, just all along this top right here. So with the supplied panel tool, all I'm doing is popping this up a little bit, tucking in the wire, as so. What I'm gonna do before I tuck it is run it along right here, as you can see it on my finger. But bam. So I just ran it. I'm gonna push back in this corner and make sure I just get it underneath my headliner. Same thing again, run my finger and or the panel tool. Using my finger just because you could really make sure it's underneath the headboard or headliner. And yeah, check that out. I've gotten a couple questions before on how was I able to hide the camera. Look, check this out. In the back of the GR, got this little hatch. Pop this off, right? This is where you have your factory wire for your reverse camera and stuff, reverse lights, and for your windshield water spray. So I ran it through that. So through here, it's gonna be coming up through here. All you gotta do is detach your headliner board right here, and you should be able to tuck the rest of your wiring in here once you get it fed all throughout the sides of your panel right here and headboard. And then yeah, you bring it from the front all the way to the back, run it in through here under the headliner, and then run it up this. Good thing about this camera, you could disconnect it, and it has a hard end, so you're able to push it through. And that, my friends, is how you wire up the back of the camera, and I'll show you that right now. Alright, in case you guys didn't know, when you hook it up back here, you're gonna run the wire all the way back, pop the headboard down, just like this, get the wire running all the way down under here. And quick tip, when you guys run it through the back over here, here's a dash cam for the rear, you could pop this off, pop off this rubber boot right here, then you're able to get 4 clips. It's kind of hard, but yeah, look, check it out. You separate the boot, pop these 4 clips, run the wire through. There's a dash cam wire, here it is, look, you can see it's in there. It's a little difficult, but pop this off, pop the rubber boot off, pop this off, hit the 4 clips, this will pop up, and that's all you need to do. Alright, so here's a bonus clip. Same thing. This time I'm using the tap like I said I was going to use. Here's a tap with 2 little 15s. I made sure I read the little fuse box. Here it is. 15 is the power outlet. Whoops. 15 amp power outlet. I tested it. So you only get 15 or 12 volts with its 15 amp fuse. So I'm tapping into that one. As you can see, it's this bottom one right there. All I did was pop off this little cover, popped a little cover here, ran the wire, same thing all the way across the top, and this is where I'm going to tuck away the wire. And yeah, gonna run it up there. And now all I gotta do is connect it, run the wire to the camera up there, and that's it. I made sure to test the camera, see the view, and it looks good. So here you go, guys.